Hello, my name is Bhex, and welcome back to the Lab Rats SMP. Today is episode 2, and I got some really fun plans today. So the first thing I want to point out is that off camera, I have been working on the decoration in the storage system. I haven't been doing this on camera because I figure it's a little boring and you guys wouldn't want to see it, and it's taking a long time anyway. So I'm just going to give periodic updates, and I think these two shelves are my favorite ones that I've done so far. You'll notice the ground is also free from torches now because I have lanterns hanging from the ceiling. I also figured out how to change the color of these paint buckets. You right click on them with dye. It's that easy. Anyway, I want to do some minor touch-ups. So one detail that I want to add is the crane. You'll see I've removed the chain here, and that is because this server has the catenary data pack installed. And what that means is that if I do a little parkour to get on top of this crane here, we can add some chains. So the first chain, we're gonna anchor it around the center, and then around the center near the top, boom. We also want to place one right there and connect that one to that chain here, and then finally we will connect down to the bottom here. And when we step back, it looks like a proper chain on a crane. Isn't that neat? Now the next thing that I want to build is something that will take up a large portion of this space right here, and that is the actual Stoneyard. Now I don't think I'm gonna turn this into an actual shop because, well, Stoneyards, they're not very profitable in Minecraft. But I think a big fenced off yard full of just slabs of rock and various chunks of stone and bricks is gonna look pretty cool as a base. Or rather, as a part of the base. I also plan on building a house back here to live in, and I also have an unnamed project going on over there. So I think the first thing I'm going to try and do is build just one of these kind of slab piles. I don't know if you've ever been to a stone yard, but it has sometimes these piles and slabs of stone just kind of laying around that you can sift through. Like if you're making a countertop, you can pick a slab of stone for your countertop, or if you're like a mason, you can pick up chunks of bricks or whatever. How does that look? Okay, what if we build just a ton of these? Just an absolute ton of these. Okay, for our second block, we're gonna place it over here, and we're gonna have it be a kind of similar thing, except it's gonna be a little taller, and this back one is going to be like kind of chipped and cracked at the top, so it does like that little number, and I think that might look good. So I think you guys get the gist of what me building this stone yard is gonna be like, so I will check back in with you guys when I place the last block. I lied, I ended up wanting to do the fence. So now I'm doing the fence. I truly have no idea how good this design looks or how well it's going to line up with the edges of the stone yard. Not very well. I need to shift the wall over by 2 blocks. I need to shift this whole thing over by 2 blocks. This whole thing, this whole wall that I just built needs to be shifted over by 2 blocks. Luckily, this should be easy to do by just moving the pillars. Now this is gonna be the part that's a pain to move. 2. No, Jesus Christ. Get away. Thank you. Oh Lord, that would have been catastrophic. One thing I don't see people talk about a lot is just how expensive chains are, and especially if you want to use them decoratively. Oh my gosh. I hope this is enough light chains to finish this. If not, I'm kind of bent. All right, there it is, the wall around the stone yard. You might notice this little gap underneath the fence. That's just because I need to do more terraforming. Yeah, as with every single one of my builds that I do here, it ended up being way larger than I actually thought it would be, so I need to do more terraforming to make space for it. Alright, I guess I should address this then. Time to terraform. And the last few blocks are in. The stone yard isn't done, but it is protected and supported by some proper earth. And now we have to light everything back up. Man, it's crazy. This is starting to look like a base. Okay, now that we've finished that, now we can finish building the stone yard. 2 more piles are done. That makes 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18. So there we go. The stone yard is finally done. And I love that it started raining right as this is happening. But the Stoneyard is finally done. It is complete. It is done finito. This was a pretty fun build. I'm glad I did it. It turned out pretty nice, I think. How'd he get up there? So there are a couple final things that I want to build for my starter base before I consider it fully complete. However, I need beeswax or honeycomb, whatever it's called, because I am completely out. And the one farm that exists on the server is fueled by a single bee. So let's build a bee farm completely freehand because I just know how to do that. Yeah, I used to actually be a survival player before I started data packing. So the first order of business, I'm gonna need a lot more string than this. Even if we don't have string and bows right now, we can still gather the rest of the materials we need to build this, which would be a ton of hoppers, courtesy of our server iron farm, some redstone, some blocks to build on. Some of this redstone needs to be turned into components. Done and dusted. We also need enough iron to craft a bunch of shears. So with that all said, let's go get some string. This is really cool. This looks, wow, that is really nice. Acquired. Thank you, villagers. Okay, I found a spot I like. Let's go build the farm. All right, so we're gonna put a chest down here and we're gonna finish chopping down this tree. Who left this here? Then we're just gonna place down our hoppers. I lied, we're moving the farm over by a couple blocks. It's at this moment that I remembered this is the honey farms work differently than I thought. Whoops, but it's okay. Only minor adjustments are needed. Of course, any good farm requires you to chop down another tree mid-build, 2 for good measure. And then we're just gonna do this number right here, and then we're just gonna put blocks on top of these so that our farm is quiet. Okay, I need to empty out my inventory a little bit. This is getting ridiculous. We probably need to make all the shears we can. So I'm just gonna, oh yeah, that. Why were those getting picked up over there? Once again, I am forgetting how bee farms work. Oh my god, I'm so smart. I'm so smart, you guys. Twaj, where are you? Are you in here? There you are, you little sneaky. What the, where are, you're so easy to lose. You're the size of a pixel.
Exactly.
Don't mess with my redstone. This is sensitive stuff.
No, it isn't. This is a bee farm. Bees don't have senses.
There we go. Finally, bee farm redstone. Done. Dirt, 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 dirt. I was gonna enclose the bees in glass. I could do that, or I could just enclose them in a stone chamber of darkness. Decisions. I'll go get the glass. So we were only able to make enough beehives for half the farm, which, you know what, is fine because we really only had enough shears for half the farm. So we can just go ahead and place these down, do that number right there, and we can simply just do this. Okay, so here's the plan to get the bees into the farm. All right, I'm going to build a little enclosure right here. Building it out of all glass is probably not the smartest thing. I have a silk touch pick, actually. Why don't I just use that? So we will grab our bee nests, and I wish there was a way that I could, like, if I place the chest right here so that I can see in that way, and then I place this down, those bees should be ready to come out at any time. Any minute now. Yep, any second. Okay, I'm getting bored. I'm gonna take my resources back home. Now I'm paranoid because I never know if I'm gonna be being stalked by Twaj doing the shrinking thing. Oh, the bees, the bees, the bees. Come on, can I click on the other one? Can I click on the other one? Let me click on the other one. Just need the bees to move just a little bit, please. Wait, I wonder, does that make them mad? No! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no. Ah, that'll keep the bees in until I get some silk touch. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, now they're mad. Okay. I'm just gonna stay away. No, don't come here. No, fly back home. Go back home. No. I thought the block would keep them in the beehive. Why would it not keep them in the beehive? That's what the block is. That's what the point of the block is. Oh no. Dang it. No. No! All the bees are dead. All the bees are dead. I'm about to not build this farm. I'm stealing the spawn campfire. Get pacified. Okay, now I need to get a silk touch axe. Oh, perfect!
Hello.
Oh, hi, Twaj. Oh my gosh.
I bring 1 bee, and I'm gonna need the bee back.
I have 1 bee. I will try to get you the bee back. I have a plan to breed up. I gotta let this bee out. And he's all smoked up. He's blazed out. Oh, the bundle. Oh, that's so handy. I didn't even think about using a bundle to transport bees.
Yeah.
Oh, that's genius.
Also, here's 1 cookie.
Oh, thank you. Oh, wait, can I not eat the cookie?
Just hold down right click.
Oh, it's
a very chewy one.
Okay. Thank you,
I don't remember how
Twaj.
long that one takes.
I will find out. I'll tape my mouse down overnight. All right, so finally, the bee farm is done, and we finally have our source of beeswax for the server. I think the bee farm has enough bees in it. I might put some hoppers back here that feed into these hoppers because sometimes the honeycomb just kind of flies out the back here, and that's not great. So now it's time to start on the penultimate build of the starter base, and that is the house. Because obviously I can't just live in the warehouse. That's not a viable option. I mean, all these rusty, jagged corners, I don't even have my tetanus shot. That was a dumb joke. But I think I know what I am going to do for this base, and to do that, I need to outline it, because I am going to build it exactly where these houses are. And now that we're finishing up here, there we go. There is the outline for the house. Actually, wait 1 second. And right here we are going to have a tower that comes up out of the ground like that. And we are going to keep the roofs a little bit. I'm going to keep the outlines of them when I tear the house down, which, by the way, I'm going to do right after I kill these pillagers. That's all the terracotta. There's all the stuff I can get with a shovel. There's all the cobblestone. Windows and other amenities have been uninstalled, and all the wood's gone. Now we have an empty canvas to start building our house. So the first thing we need to do is grab stuff out of the warehouse to establish how this house is going to look. I'm definitely thinking deep slate, specifically deep slate tiles. Tiles that we will turn into stairs. We also want some regular cobbled deep slate stairs. We're also going to use tough bricks, as well as some polished basalt for the corners of our house. A bunch of copper trapdoors, which continue to be far more expensive than I'm actually comfortable with. Now I need to decide what I want to use for my floorboards. Good lord, barrels are expensive. Either that or I just don't have a lot of resources. One of the two. And we'll just grab some blackstone for the foundation, which we actually need already, because I want to try something out. I'm basically just gonna build a tiny portion of what these walls are gonna look like really quick. So now we are going to line the inside of this with trapdoors, but problem, this right here. This isn't like a thing that we can do, but we have armor stands, and we have the /trigger helmet command, which lets us put a trapdoor on an armor stand's head. And then what we can do from there is we can turn it invisible, rotate its head. I'm gonna make it small, and we're going to change the scale. I'm gonna turn off gravity, and we are going to bring this down, and then we are going to bring it back. That works really, really well. And if you just lock that armor stand, then you can no longer take the trapdoor from it. That is perfect. Wow. Yeah, I might keep that, even if I don't keep these walls, because I don't like that you can see this. What about the blackstone foundation with the blackstone walls? Now this could be on to something. Oh yeah, let's not forget to wax up all our copper, because we can do that now. So I built everything that I showed you in the last clip, and I knocked out a front door. So now I guess I'm gonna start on the interior. You know, I really like this effect. This is a cool effect. So as I am placing these blocks, wondering how I am going to effectively utilize these barrels on my floor as storage, I am thinking, what if my room's messy? What if I have stuff all over my floor and that stuff is like what's in the barrel underneath it? I feel like that could be cool, because I do want want to have some storage space in here, just a little bit. So I'm sure some of you have noticed the funny title of this video. I'm sure I called it something like I ate cookie for 8 hours or something like that. But Twaj has given me this cookie. Now, if you'll look at this cookie, it has 11 components. That is because one of the components it has is the component that makes it take 8 hours to eat. But I have been told that at the end of those 8 hours, you get something really, really good. Now, I am going to record me eating this overnight, and I'm going to try to make it take up as little space as possible on my disk, because that's a lot. So with that being said, I am going to box myself up into this corner and put a weight on my mouse and eat away. I checked the recording time. I would have had 10 minutes left on the cookie to eat it. In 10 minutes, the cookie would have been eaten. I don't know how far into it my connection got interrupted, but I'll put that text on screen. Whatcha? I think I'm just not gonna do this one on camera. I think I'm just gonna... You guys see it, right? You guys see that I have this. I'm just gonna let you know when I eventually, like, do it. Because this isn't working. This is the third time I've tried to get it on video. The third time. So, if it doesn't work next time, yeah, we're just bent. We're just bent about that. So, anyway, yeah. So now I'm back after a little bit, and I want to establish the floor in the kitchen, and I am going to do that with polished black stone. And I, of course, need my trapdoors lining the walls. And I think for the floor here, we're just going to continue to do the upside down barrels, as expensive as that is ultimately going to end up being. So I'm just gonna go through and dig up this entire floor. Okay, so there's the floor installed. Now I'm actually starting to see this kind of come together a little bit. Okay, so it's been a couple days and I am finally back to the server, and I did a little bit of decorating on the interior of the house. So let me show you around. The first thing you'll notice is this couch. Now this is 100% vanilla. This is all done using armor stands and custom heads, and inside this block is actually a pale oak stairs. So this is all just some really fun armor stand trickery, and this looks into this fireplace right here. There are some copper shelves right here. Up in the room we have these copper shelves here, a bookshelf, another bookshelf which acts as a nightstand. We have these little drawers here, or this like dresser cabinet thing using the crafters. And then in the kitchen we have this little counter with a light fixture sitting above that. We have a couple smokers that we can use to cook food, and then that chimney kind of going out. And of course the whole way around we have our little armor stand trapdoor lining here. So with the interior done, that lets me know how tall this is going to be, but I will get back to you when I start the roof. So I've gone ahead and I've put on the outline of the roof here. It's just an outline because I'm actually not sure what I want to do for the main body of the roof, because I don't want it to all just be this tile here. Now, I decided against making this have as high a ceiling as I initially planned on. However, in the back, you can see that there is a bit extra shape to the house back here, and I think this just works out pretty well for the outline of the house. And from the outside, it's done. It just needs windows now, because right now, gray windowless building, yeah, doesn't look too appealing to live in. But you go inside and it feels pretty nice, you know, except from the no windows, but we're gonna work on that. We also need to get some lighting fixtures in because it is dark in here. So now, after adding the chimney and finishing the roof, the house is done. I just need to add in the lighting hanging from the ceiling, but that'll be easy, and it's fully done. I am happy with this. I am very happy with how this turned out from the inside and the outside. Now, is it the best house I've ever built? Probably not. You guys saw the houses that I built in Chopping Block Season 3. But all in all, I'm happy with this. I just like how it turned out. I'm proud of it, and I put a lot of work into it. Let me just add one more window. There we go. And now with that done, I want to turn my attention briefly to another project that I have been secretly working on in the background off camera. And that project is over here, right on top of this hill. Now we have this large, pretty flat area with a big hole in the middle. And what's in this hole? Well, a couple villager houses. And what I want to do is relocate a couple villagers into here and create sort of a safe haven for those villagers where they can just roam around and just be happy and walk around, because currently all of the villagers on the server live in pretty harsh containment, and yeah, I'm not huge on that, so I want to have my own couple villagers that I can trade with that are just down in this happy little environment. Now you might be thinking, Bhex, how on earth are you going to protect these villagers from things like zombies and more zombies? Well, that's a great question, and that answer lies in how I have shaped the terrain around the ledge of this. You'll notice this is completely flat along this side towards this edge of the hill, and that is because the plan is to put fences all along this edge here so that zombies cannot get in from this side. And on this edge, the goal is to continue that fence and push this wall back far enough that if a zombie falls from up here, it will not be able to crawl over that fence and it'll just get caught on this lip. But that, my friends, is a project for another episode. But until then, my name is Bhex. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new and want to see more content. And once again, thanks for watching, and as always, thanks for watching. Alright, bye.